Well, hello everybody and welcome to July. It is time. It's time to open my July budget. I'm a little bit behind schedule, but that's how it is sometimes. I hope you guys have had a wonderful week. I hope you're getting ready to enjoy your nice holiday weekend. I sure am. And today I'm going to go ahead and open up July. I will show some extra expenses that we have in there because July is going to be a little bit higher than usual. And we're going to talk about it. So if you're ready, let's go. So y'all, this is what I anticipate for the month of July. I can't be 100% accurate, but I can enter exactly what I think is going to pass through our hands this month. So first off, we have health insurance. That's always $45.64 until they go up on the rates for the VA healthcare. Car insurance is set at $334.46. Actually, that will be going down. My car insurance actually got lowered for my next 6 months. So I think somewhere around August that will go down. Cell phones, $175.44. I've already taken that down. Cable, internet, and landline, $378.94. Water went up slightly from last month at $57.06. The gym is $47.90, which I need to go to today. I want to get on a stationary bike. Utilities, $126.73, so even lower than last month. My subscriptions, I think it was $299 something last month, so I just went ahead and put that at $300 even, just in case there's some little wiggle room there. Pet care, it's always $100. I'm always going to use $100 because even if I don't use that money, it just goes into savings for my cat's vet care. Gas, I'm going to put $400 this month because we do have our trip to the beach planned this month. So we may use that. Not sure. It may be a little over for all I know. But that's what I'm going to put, $400. It was $2 something last month, so I think this should cover it. Groceries, dining out, and vitamin shop got $1,300. And I'll be honest with you guys, I would not be surprised if that's higher because we have a lot of little places that we like to go to eat when we're on vacation. And we already have our little list set up of the places that we want to visit to get some. One is, we tried a shrimp scampi pizza last time and it was delicious. So we want that again. There's definitely this ice cream place that's very close by where we are staying that we want to visit again. A couple of other restaurants that we want to enjoy while we're there. So, and there's a bar at the hotel we're staying at. So we kind of go there and chill at lunchtime and eat and have drinks and stuff. So it may be higher, y'all. It may be higher. Personal care, I'm going to leave that at 100 because I always feel like when I get there, I have missed something. I forgot to take something. So I'm probably going to have to go to like a CVS or something and pick something up. Home needs, I'll put that at $100, but I don't anticipate anything, but you never know. And then miscellaneous is at $900, and that is because it is time to pay our car taxes for my car and my husband's truck. So I added that into the July budget. So, and a little bit extra just in case there's something else that pops up. And that will be a total of $4,366.17 on the credit card. And the mortgage, I still have it at $1,886.83. I'm going to leave it there for right now, but it might go down slightly for the month. So our true budget is $5,527 for the month of July, and that is without our extra mortgage payment that we pay each month. But with that extra mortgage payment, it will be $6,253. Now, you guys know that last month I was under budget by $230.55. So all I did is left that in the account and deducted that from the total of our budget for the month. So our total budget with the overage taken off is $6,022.45 for the month. And usually when I have an overage, when I have a under budget amount, I would put that in our savings. But because I knew that the car taxes were coming up, I was like, I might as well just leave it and offset. So that is what I did. All right. Now for my personal account, I'm going to have slightly less in this account this month because of my car taxes. So I'm not going to be putting anything into the backup emergency fund. The car, I'm still going to do the 1 payment and a half, which is $858. Now, you guys, I told you, I think a couple of budgets ago, my true car payment is $571.98. So that represents basically a payment and a half. Fidelity, I'm going to deposit $300 into Fidelity this month, $50 into my FE fund. And while I'm at the beach, if I see something that I really like, and it's not in my cash budget, because you guys know that I'm doing the savings challenges for my cash budget. If it's not in my cash budget, that's the account that I would use to buy any little extra knickknacks, this and that. The only thing I can think of that I want, if I see them, they had these little kind of, they're not felt, they're cotton, Outer Banks shorts, and I bought 3 or 4 pair last year because they were so comfortable. I bought every color I could see. So if I see them, there were a couple of more colors that I wanted, but they didn't have it in my size. So if I see those, I'm picking them up. I know that for sure. The Roth is getting $150. That's the monthly amount I put in my Roth. Then I do bulk payments, once or twice a year. My personal savings is going to get $150. That's put into a high yield savings account. My personal expenses, which is a subscription that I have, is $21.02. And that only leaves $534.11 for discretionary spending this month. So I won't be cash stuffing a lot this month because I'm probably going to run through that money at the beach. I'll be honest with you. But my total budgeted for this account, and this is my personal account, is $2,063.13. I do know that I'll be stuffing about $190 this month. I will be doing that because I want to cash stuff a little bit into my 100 envelope challenge, and then I want to finish off those cash savings that I was doing for my pocket money. So I'm going to try to do 190 at least out of that 534. And that's about it, y'all. That's all I got. I do still have money on my gift card as well that I could use while I am away. And my 401k and Roth 401k is still getting the $1,958. I do have a raise that a portion of this, a raise is in for my work, but it hasn't really taken effect yet. So we shall see if the 401k and Roth 401k will likely adjust a little bit due to that. And so that is my budget for the month of July. We expect about $6,022.45 in joint expenses, and then my $2,063.13 for my personal account expenses. And we will see if I can stay under budget again. I highly doubt it, but we're going to see. So that's what I got. Now, y'all, you will notice that I did not have any of our trip expenses up here. I'll probably do a tally at the end of the month of what we spent on our trip. But the reason why they are not incorporated into our budget is because when we go on trips, I like to pay in cash in full at the time. I may use a credit card, but it's paid immediately from our joint savings. My joint savings account I do not show on this channel, but we'll pay that directly out, like our Accommodations have already been paid. We're going to ride horses on the beach, and that was $175 per person, so that's been paid. And any other little excursions like that, we will just go ahead and pay it from the joint savings account. Now, our joint savings account kind of doubles. So we have our emergency fund in that account. That is fully funded, but we also keep contributing to it, and that is to cover expenses like this. So it kind of doubles as our emergency fund and our vacation fund. We just put it in the same account because it's just easier. And I know the amount that fully funds our emergency fund, so I know what's available and what's not available. I hope that makes sense. I'll give an example. If I know that $25,000 is a fully funded emergency fund for us, then I know that anything over that is available for us to use for other things. So, like that. So, anyway, that is what we use, and so I don't really budget it. I don't really put it in our budget because it's not coming out of the active funds that we have coming in for the month. And if you have not watched any of my budgeting videos, then you would know, but I do a month ahead. So basically our income for the month of June is funding July, and then our income for the month of July will fund August. So that's how that goes. But anyway, that's why you don't see any of the trip expenses. But like I said, at the end of the month, when I do my closeout, I'll tally what we spent and just show you guys what we spent on this trip. But anyway, I'm going to get myself together and get to the gym. I want to do that. I'm thinking about doing a fast, y'all, for the weekend. Like, I'm thinking about just fasting. And I know it's an odd weekend to want to fast, but I don't know about y'all, but there comes times in, like, during the course of a year where I feel the need to fast. I feel the need to fast because, like, I'll have it provides me a lot of clarity when I do a fast. Like, I get a ton of mental clarity. And so I have felt the need to fast. And so I'll probably be doing that. It won't be a full-on fast, though, because I think I'm still going to do electrolytes. So I have some electrolyte powder that I use. I'm still going to do that in my water just to make sure I'm still getting hydrated because it is hot as I don't know what outside. And I'm still going to do stuff like that, my water intake and all that. But I just want to just clear myself, just to cleanse. I don't know what that's about, but it provides me with a lot of mental clarity. So I'm thinking I'm going to do that. If I don't do it this weekend, I'll definitely be doing it next weekend. But anyway, that is where we are. That is where we are for the month of July. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful holiday weekend, and I will talk to y'all soon. Peace.